Let's watch my top 5 defeats in 2020 versus Kaito the Rabbit in the Tour 8 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell if you like this video. Let's start the matches versus X-Cherry, 3800 trophies player, excellent counter puncher. He's using the Rabbit very well, capable of accelerating really fast, and he has the particularity to almost always hit very accurate shots. That's very rare that he commits unforced errors, and when you succeed in forcing him to commit unforced errors, well, that means that you have made a good job. Well, in that match, I was using the high serve big forehand with a not too weak backhand, and I was using the Holybook wire to give me the backhand counter ability. So of course, the good special string to use will be the Harbor Court, for instance, which has a forehand counter, but I had none, so I used the Holybook wire. And because I used it, I will mainly hit on my opponent's backhand side to have the advantage of getting precision on his returns made with the backhand. So I was leading 6-3, and then my opponent started to play very well to come back. I was having much fewer stamina by the end, and with a fewer stamina, well, you know that the shots can't be very accurate anymore. And I was starting to hit slower serves. Not that that was intentional, but it's like that. Sometimes the device just registers it a bit weirdly, and sometimes, well, my swipe was faulty as well. Of course, it's not always the device fault. Sometimes I just hit them slower, and that cost me the match. So I played the second match versus Nishikori, who was having 3,800 trophies not too long ago. He doesn't have a very high stats Kaito compared to other overpowered Kaitos used by the other top 50 players global. His serves were not so accurate at the beginning of the match. And in this match I was using the Holybook wire again. So this is a good string, of course, because this has the backhand counter, but it drains your stamina a lot too, and that's quite an issue when you have only 42 stamina, which is the case when I play with Victoria using the low serve aggressive baseliner like here. Yep, the cross-court drop shot didn't work. So Nishikori likes to use emojis like that a bit randomly, I think. It's not always relevant. It didn't disturb me, but, well, sometimes I was wondering if that is a try to disturb the opponent, because sometimes it's not correlated with what's happening on the court. Anyway, so he is hitting very hard shots. That's his style. He likes to hit very soon hard shots, not always where you think he won't hit. Yeah, that was very nice soft returns there. A bit like Krug won't hit. Halep hits a bit like that too. Yeah, So Nishikori likes to move a bit like that. He has his own tricks, I would say, trying to disturb a bit the opponent. I think the emoji could be one of those tricks. Yep. With the lower stamina, it was not easy. By the end, to hit a very accurate cross-court drop shot. So this was a very old match versus Halep here. That match was played in May 2020, a bit before the big update, and then before the gameplay recalibration patch. So the stats were different, and the characters didn't have the same design, as you can see. And Halep was already hitting very hard shots. He was already using choco cards a lot versus Victoria. He likes to use the choco cards versus this queen of the low serve aggressive baseliner style. So I was using the fortune card, which was still possible even without stamina shield, because, well, the stamina wasn't so important at that time. As you can see, that would be impossible if you play with a special string having no stamina shield to have this stamina level by a 4-3 score, for sure. So that was, at the time, I was playing a lot with the low serve aggressive baseliner style in Tour 8. I was still struggling with my serve back then. I didn't train a lot with the high serve, so I didn't serve very fast at that time. And so I was using mostly the low serve aggressive baseliner style. So as you can see, yeah, there was a beautiful returns there. And as you can see, my shots were not very hard at that time. I didn't use Vaseline yet, so my shots were not very strong. Anyway, that was to counter the very strong shots of Halep, so obviously, even if I can hit hard, I would not be able to return very strong shots anyway. Alright, let's play the fourth match versus Hong Kun. He was using the Koala string as well. Very probably because he didn't have a string with the forehand counter. Because the Koala string should not be the string for use versus a big forehand Victoria. But well, when you don't have the anniversary string left, you can still use this string. So this opponent doesn't like it to hit at very fast pace. He's not playing like Nishikori at all. He likes to hit accurate and strong shots when possible, but he doesn't hit as strong as Halep, for instance. He likes to play long than medium shots, medium long shots, a bit like Krug or FKL 81. But well, Krug and FKL 81 are hitting even shorter shots actually. And actually, this is not so easy to hit very hard shots to counter those medium long shots. Because, well, you have to adjust your swipe to avoid committing unforced errors, sending the ball way too far. Yeah. By the end of this match, I couldn't keep my accuracy. And that was easy for this Kaito to take advantage of my deficit of stamina by the end to outflank me. So my Victoria could have survived a bit with her 67 backhand, but not that much, not that long. The shots lacked of power, not accuracy by the end. And it was too hard, the mountain, to pass. Yeah. Very nice. An accurate backhand return to end the suffering of my Victoria. Well, let's play the last match versus DJD, who has joined the club of 3,800 trophies players not too long ago. Well, I started not too bad with an ace. Here again, I was using the Hollywood wire. So, my opponent is a bit like Hong Kun. He's not playing at very fast pace. He's taking his time to hit on shots and tries to be accurate above all. He doesn't panic. He will take his time to adjust his shots. So as you can see, he was using the Mastro Monte, and interestingly enough, most of my opponents in those matches were using the Mastro Monte. They didn't use the Joker cards. Only Halep did. And actually the Mastro Monte allowed them to keep enough stamina to reign by the end of the matches, while my Victoria stamina was declining. Yeah, my opponent was anticipating my Costco drop shot there, but I didn't hit there. As I told you, I don't always repeat the same hitting pattern. That would be too easy for my opponents to foresee. So, I was trying to come back there. I was trying to push to make this little effort, but that was a bit too hard. Really, with a pretty low stamina level now, we are entering the Kaito zone. The rabbit is going to show to Victoria who is the boss. And the Mastro Monte is definitely a very good string for that. Look at that red level of stamina. Can't do nothing here. The rabbit was too fast, too strong, and my Victoria couldn't hunt him. Well, I'm going to show you now the three different builds that I was using for those matches. First, the high serve, big forehand style, then the low serve, aggressive baseliner style, and finally, the high serve, two strong hands. Well, I hope you enjoy watching my top 5 defeats in 2020 versus Counter Punchers in the Tour 8 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Winder Live Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support, and see you soon on Gameplay 365. Bye-bye.